Welcome back to the show. Imagine you're in a scenario where you need to sell your home. You've consulted with a real estate agent and it looks like it's going to be a 30, 60, 90, 6-month process, you're not sure, and you need to sell it right now. What do? Often, there'll be an opportunity to sell to a real estate investor. For some people, that's a godsend. For other people, that's a little bit scary. We've got Henry Angeli with us this morning to share with us why you might consider selling your home rapidly to a real estate investor. Henry, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Wally.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You know, every now and then a person says, I have got to sell right now. It could be a death in the family, it could be they're moving, it could be a loss of job. It's urgent that they're done with the house. How quickly can you get a person relieved of the responsibility for their home?
It's a matter of days.
Days.
You know, with a typical, when you do a typical retail transaction with a real estate agent, yes, you're absolutely right. You know, 1, 2, 3 months is depending on what the price point. When you're dealing with an investor, most of the time you're dealing with cash. So cash simplifies things a whole lot. You don't have to deal with banks. You don't have to deal with appraisers, and you don't have to worry about loan approvals. Cash is king in this business. We can move really fast. Really, the only thing that would hold back a closing in an investor's case is title company, just doing the title search. So that can take days, but as soon as that's done, we can close. It's just that fast.
Closed and done.
Right.
Sometimes people get in a situation in their lives where they haven't been able to maintain the house very well. It clearly is going to need some amount of work. It could be a couple of thousand, it could be 20, 30, or 50,000 to get it sold in a traditional retail environment. Does the condition of the home matter to an investor?
No, it does not. We will look at it any condition, any location, any price point. It does not matter. We buy them as is, so that does not matter. It doesn't have any repairs or you know, if you've neglected them, if it's a tear down, does not matter. We will look at any situation, any condition, any house, anywhere.
So people are also concerned, if I'm dealing with a real estate investor, the goal of the real estate investor is to make money. And we all know, as real estate investors, you don't make money when you sell, you make the money when you buy.
That's right.
So what can I reasonably expect in terms of negotiations, or how close to market value am I really going to get in exchange for being done with it right now?
Well, that depends. That depends on the investor's exit strategy. You know, some of them want to have buy and holds as rentals. Some of them want it for a retail flip. Some may even want to move into it, believe it or not. Just depends on their exit strategy. So most of the time, if they're flipping, you know, investors want to make between 10 to 20% profit, you know, after all repair costs, after the acquisition cost, after they pay closing costs to a realtor. So they typically want to offset. They want to make an offer based on that. You know, what the retail value of a fixed up house in that particular location could be, and they'll underwrite it for that amount. That's basically that means is they will consider their offer based on what that retail value is. Then they want to take away, you know, 20 to 30% from that, and then they want to subtract repairs from that number, and what they end up at is about the maximum they want to be at on an offer. So let's, simple math, $100,000 house, they want to be able to pick it up for 70 and then minus any estimated repair costs. And that's about the price point they want to be. So older houses, obviously, it's going to be a little bit more. Newer houses, not so much. It's more cosmetic.
And that'll, as you say, vary with the investor and what their intent is with the property.
Right.
But something more than 10 and less than 30 is the discount you need to expect.
That's right.
In exchange for being gone, the house being gone tomorrow. So if they've got equity and speed is more important than final net dollar, often a real estate investor is a reasonable consideration. Absolutely.
And a lot of times too, you get some people that don't even live in the area. They're what's called absentee owners. They've inherited the property, and they have no idea the condition. They might not even have an emotional attachment to it, or they're absentee owners that are landlords and they're just so tired of dealing with tenants. We buy properties like that. I've actually made it so convenient where they don't have to show up to closing. We remote close them. The money's wired to their account, and with technology now, the leverage we've got with technology, we can actually send them contracts digitally. They can electronically sign from the comfort of their home, and the problem is solved. They never even have to show up.
Well, thanks for the insight, Henry. It'd be honest to say that selling to a real estate investor, is that right for everyone? No, it's not. But if speed is more important than final net dollar, it's certainly worthy of consideration, knowing it is an option. If you'd like to learn more from Henry, please visit JacksonvilleBuzz.com.